Well, good morning there, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day over here in Asheville, North Carolina. Yes, I made it to Asheville, and I thought I was gonna be here for a little longer than I'm going to be. I'm actually blowing through this place all in one day. Well, sightseeing it all in one day, because that hurricane is about to come through that's hitting Florida and coming up through kind of the panhandle a little bit and then coming back out east. I was gonna go to Greenville, South Carolina in the next couple of days. That's not happening. In fact, I'm gonna go back west towards Knoxville and then dip down to hit Tallahassee, Florida once hurricane, of course, has gone through. I woke up this morning to temperatures that were in the low 30s here. Temperatures are actually falling down into the 20s in just two and a half days. I can't believe it. So I'm glad I got here early. I'm glad I got a lot of things done that I wanted to get done in these areas, and especially see the incredible tiny homes community in Newport in one of the last videos. The other thing is I ran out of water. I can't believe it. I wasn't paying attention to my water very well. I woke up this morning, I was like, I gotta get ready because I'm meeting some friends here in town that are actually driving from Greenville, South Carolina to here to meet me, and I had no water. So I found a place on iOverlander that says they have water, and I went there and it shut off, but probably because it's cold outside. So I just went to Anytime Fitness, took a shower, did all my stuff. I might have to go to the grocery store and grab some bottled water to use for drinking and also cooking. Oh, it's gorgeous out here. We didn't exactly get to see the fall foliage over here. We got to see a little bit of it with changing of leaves as we were driving into Asheville, but all the leaves are gone from the park here, but it's still beautiful. It's nice and crisp and sunny. Like, this is my perfect day. I love it when there's this cool, crisp sense in the air and it's sunny and it just feels good. I probably could have put a jacket on, but I didn't. Getting into part of the River District now, or the River Arts District. Look at this mural here, Urban Winery. It's a little bit windy, so hopefully the mic is okay, but I'm going to show you some of the beautiful murals they have over here on all of the walls. So this is the riser room. I mean, these murals are really good. Look at some of those faces. Some of these are kind of old, but cool. That reminds me of like the 90s era. If you can see like the almost pixelated face. Oh, that's cool. She's got like a headdress on. They have an art gallery and studio over here. My favorite part, if you haven't guessed it, is the architecture over here. I love that old world style and, you know, just old bricks and buildings. It just gives it a lot of charm. Okay, so they're not even open yet and there's already a huge line. Supposedly, like, this is the best place to go for barbecue, so glad I got here early. The line is finally moving. Can I get the pulled pork sandwich with mac and cheese and a fountain drink? Perfect, thank you. Wow, this is a cute place. Got all kinds of stuff to sell. Shirts, hats. Cheer wine, I've never had this. Diet cheer wine. So I got the pulled pork, mac and cheese, and a spicy barbecue. Okay. Oh my God, there's still a line. And that was literally some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. So, so good. And the cheer wine, oh my gosh. That's good. It's just a soda. It's not really wine. This is the downtown area of Asheville. So we're gonna try and go to this possibly very neat little place. We'll see. might recognize it if you're old enough. Alright, we're coming up on it. I'm gonna see if I can find parking, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Look, it's the old Woolworths right there. Oops, stop sign. Oh look, little French bistro. Sorry, distracted. Woolworth, okay. And they have a little soda fountain in there, the old-timey soda fountains. So if we can find a place to park, we'll go in. Well, I found the public parking, except, guess what? It's a garage. See, those entrances are just too low. That one's actually 6'5". That's really low. It's the lowest one I've ever seen. Outside of the parking garage is parking right here, but it's reserved parking, so no can do. Thank God I'm not in a Class C RV because I'm having to back up. Ugh. Don't hit anything. Because that was a dead end over there. Alright. That's the problem with downtown areas for me. Even in a van, it can be a little tricky sometimes. Mostly it's because I have the bike rack on the back, which I need to get rid of. Honestly, I am just sick and tired of having that bike. Should never have gotten that bike. I haven't used it in so long. I want to use it, but it's just, I haven't. So we're gonna do one more pass through and see what we can find. You know what? I think I might have found parking over here. Let's see, over here? Maybe? Lease vehicles only. That was all reserved parking. Closest place is, a bus is coming down this big old street. Oh, good grief. I cannot find parking. Circling down another street. Wow, it's crazy. I'm surprised that these aren't one-way streets. Look at this. This car's coming towards me. It's very narrow. A parking spot that I thought I could park at is for City of Asheville employees, permit only. This huge RV, like on this really small street. They're doing some construction over there on their house, I think. I'm probably staying in the RV. All right, well, I've kind of struck out in some of these areas where I wanted to go to. That Woolworth for sure, that would have been so cool, but there's no parking. So this area looks kind of cute. We're just gonna get lost in Asheville. How's that? Oh, I love these homes. This one's super cute too. Very pretty. Oh, there's no cars behind me. I like that kind of craftsman style architecture. It's beautiful. There's another one. The old trees. Really, really pretty. So this is the Get Lost in Asheville series. How about that? This has been one of my favorite things to do before we all had Google Maps and GPS and all this stuff. I would just drive up and down streets, looking at homes, figuring out new routes to places. Oh, that's super cute too. It's one of my favorite things to do, still to this day. So I have no Google Maps up. We're just gonna drive and see where it takes us. I know I still say we because of Lily before. I'll have to get used to saying I. So some of these houses actually remind me when I lived in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle. I mean, stuff like this. These big homes with big balconies on them. Oh, no, that's super cool. I love the patios are wrapping around. There's another one too. I think it's just one house. Yeah, it's just one house, but it's big. Tons of windows. Oh my gosh, look at this yellow one. I love that. Can you imagine if this place had the leaves and stuff on it right now? How this would look so different. I just imagine that. Very, very pretty. Oh, look at this old brick and stone. Wow. That is so unique. I really love that. So this area over here is right across from the Biltmore Estate, and it's called the Biltmore Village. You think we'll find any parking over here? Just have to laugh about it these days. All right, so Michelle and Chuck are here. I told you that I was meeting some friends, and they were a little bit late getting to where I was at. And I'm looking over this direction because you know what? They're stalking me. And there they are. There's Michelle and Chuck, the bad kids over there.
Yeah. They're following you for 2 miles, completely oblivious, honking the horn, waving out the window, flashing the lights.
I didn't even see.
Amber's in her own little world.
And then finally, I guess I heard the last honk, waving out the window. So I pulled over, and here we are. Yeah, kind of weird that we ran into each other like that.
Oh, we were watching for your van. Like, where is it? It's like, that's her. Let's go.
I know, in my mind, I was sitting there thinking, did I share my location with them?
No.
Like, how is this happening that I'm
We're
seeing
just that
them?
good.
I know. They know Asheville very well. Well, I did, okay, in my defense, I did tell them a couple of places that I was going to go to.
Right.
And so they've been stalking that area. All right, we're going to find a place to go hang out for a little bit before I have to get on the road to Knoxville. All right, we found a little restaurant over here called First Watch, which is absolutely amazing. I think it's their first time coming over here. That's not too busy. No, this is cool. That was so amazing to see Chuck and Michelle. I cannot believe that they found me on the streets. I'm gonna get on the road now. So I need to get to Knoxville. I think I'm going to Knoxville again. I was just there, but I'm having to backtrack because this is so crazy. So I feel like this is the Texas winter weather all over again, but a little bit different that we had. What was it, Snowmageddon 2021 that I got stuck in last year? Can't believe that was last year. It's been almost 2 years, but it was beginning of 2021 that this happened. So there's Hurricane Nicole coming through. The trajectory is going to hit right in Greenville and Asheville area as well. It might be a tropical storm by the time it gets here, but when I looked, it's going to be a ton of rain and a lot of wind and major gusts, and I have to drive towards Florida in just day after tomorrow for an RV park that I have down there. And I don't want to get stuck in all of that weather and not being able to drive in it because it's a little bit dangerous to drive in that kind of weather. The other thing is that there's a big winter, I guess, storm coming through that's going to bring some very, very cold temperatures down into the 20s in 2 days. I got to figure out my path for that because I looked all the way down through like Atlanta, Georgia. It's very cold there, 20-degree weather. Now this was as of last night. I got to relook at it today. It should be out of the trajectory of all that rain and wind, but I got to take a look at that now and see if that's the best path. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so here's the plan. I looked at Knoxville. The windy app for it shows that there's very minimal wind over the next 2 to 3 days. So I think that's the best place for me to go back to right now. Then it doesn't get cold there for a couple more days, so I can kind of figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So it's a couple hours drive, so I'm heading to Knoxville.
She said, you know me, you can find me at the halfway cone by the old payphone. I'm a lover, not a runner, so I think I'll let you kiss me once.
Well, I made it over here to Cracker Barrel. Surprise, surprise. It's 6 o'clock now, and I can see the sun going down just a little bit. Just a little bit right there. I'll have to figure out my trajectory for heading down to Florida and see exactly what the weather's like in all of these cities along the way because they've been pretty cold, 20-something degrees. You know, there's nothing like a good BLT minus the L. I like the L usually, but no L tonight because I just don't have anything. But this is some turkey bacon. And a fresh tomato. Perfect.